People keep saying today it's going to be more intense. Mike, how can you get fucking more intense? Calm down. Chill out, people. Fuck communism, fuck Leninism, fuck capitalism. I'm feeling really good. I felt like I held court at breakfast today, which I don't enjoy doing. I'm glad tomorrow's the last day. Very glad. I'm glad I'm leaving early on the Monday as well. Good morning. I don't have much time before the pod meeting, but I wanted to just like give a few, like literally a sentence or two about temple. So temple was last night, my very first temple. And I'll go into what temple is a little bit later. And I wanted to share this last night, but camera wasn't working, blah blah blah, and who cares? So it was great. It was a great experience. This is my first one. I think there'll be another couple. So for me, that's just something to like. It's an intense experience in that sense. So another two is slightly intimidating. But I'm here for this process, and yeah, my very first temple was very good experience. They held the space very well. I felt very welcome and open, and yeah, I had a very nice experience like with a young lady, and yeah, I think something that just like maybe I'll just share and then maybe I'll elaborate on later. It's like we all need sex. Like there's so much like porn and all this crap out there, and there's like so much like dating apps and stuff. We all need sex. We're humans. And tantra and temple and all of these types of things kind of give the innocence back to sex, like the genuine desire to give pleasure to somebody, whoever they are, right? You might not even be attracted to them physically, but you can see them as another being and get pleasure in some way of either like their touch or giving them touch. And that's an important aspect of being human that we've lost. People keep saying today it's going to be more intense. Mike, how can you get fucking more intense? Calm down. Chill out, people. So we just had the pod meeting. That was fun. I'm feeling really good. I felt like I held court at breakfast today, which I don't enjoy doing. People have options and you're like holding court, being like, oh, here's my perspective on life. Everybody's come for a breakfast and I'm going, guys, you've got it all wrong. It was a nice time, a nice fun pod meeting. There's lots of laughter and silliness, which is nice. Yeah, a bit nervous about just how it will be like with the person I connected with at temple. But I hope that the RBDSM chat we had kind of set us up for a really a positive experience the next day, where we like explained what we want, and also like the aftercare, like how do you want to be treated. And it's like, yeah, I'd quite like to just continue connecting and hugging and all of that kind of stuff. So we'll see how that goes. No expectations, no preferences. I'm here for the experience of life. I'm not here to control it. Although, yeah, like maybe I will say I did connect with some, one of the people who I'd connected with, and then kind of was like, on your bike at tempo night, just kind of said, not just now. I was like, alright. Because I came up and just said, oh hey, can I join you? And that was interesting. I didn't have a visceral reaction to it. I was like, alright, bye. I'm going to go, there's a billion other people here. And I didn't have any rejection feeling. And that kind of is, and there's a sadness to that almost. It's nice. It's nice I don't have those hang-ups, or they're not present in me just now. And I've done a lot of work to not give a fuck, right? Don't care being naked in front of people, who cares? I've done a lot of deprogramming. And there's a part of me that's like, oh, Like, I got rejected, and I didn't get to feel the rejection feeling. Like, it's almost like, like I could feel into that feeling if I wanted to, but it wasn't the first thing that was alive in me, and I would have to search for that feeling to get it. It's like, well, I definitely don't want to bring that consciously into my life, but then it's like, okay, well, the unconscious behaviour seems to be gone. The unconscious feeling of rejection is gone. So now, if I want that, I need to consciously bring it in, and that's terrifying. Because it's like, well, how do I feel about that? Anyway, yeah, and then that person was strange, like, this morning. I tried to give her, we wouldn't connect, like, she found it very difficult to connect with me last night, and then very difficult to connect with me in the morning. Like, I gave her a hug, and it was a bit of a pathetic hug. And no smiles and no happiness. So I don't really know what was going on there, but whatever. Like, what's the second agreement of the 4 agreements? Don't take anything personally, and I don't. Just like, well, she's got her own shit to deal with. Not my problem. Only love. Like, I'm open to whatever, but I don't need to run about giving a fuck about anybody, really, except myself. I feel like maybe I should say more about tempo. But it's really just a space where you can connect with people, and like in a really safe, comfortable, consenting environment. Is that not what we want in this world? No. We'll keep it all the same, and everybody can go around shiting on about sexual abuse, shiting on about all this nonsense that exists because we create it in our society. How about, mad idea, we decide not to create that in our society anymore. We create more tempo nights where people can consensually explore their sexuality, figure out what they want before they get fucking married for 20 years. Ban marriage, as the hidden cameras say. Very. It's a very small indie band called the Hidden Cameras. It's like these really awesome, super gay men are just like sing the best songs. They used to be one of my favourite bands. They still are. And so I got to see them live. Blah blah blah. Check out the Hidden Cameras. They're a very good band. But yeah, ban marriage. Fuck it. It's a fucking waste of time. Like, we can do so many things differently. Like, what's funny is, like, society's clearly not working. It's not working. And there's all these tools out there. There's all these opportunities out there to create spaces of consent, of love, of care, of innocence. Bringing back the innocence to sex. Truly, it's an innocent act. It's a wonderful act. Like, if your religion tells you that sex is wrong, or sex is bad, or sex is shameful, fuck your religion. But you are an aspect of the divine, and a shard, a little piece of the divine. And the way you can express that, the way you can do that beyond the way that you can give your thanks to God is not by praying to Him, it's by going to be who you are. Forget what society says. Forget the fucking boxes. Forget the LGBTQ, NOPQ, RSNLR, Black Lives Matter, whatever. We're like, fuck it. Stop trying to put yourself in a box the society put you in. Sure, yes, a lot of bad things have happened to get us to this point, but you can keep focusing on that and create more bad things, which is what is happening. Or you can change your focus on yourself. Who are you? Who do you want to be? Take inspiration from people, but don't try and be that person, because you're not that person. You can take the best bits of the people who you love or you're inspired by, and just take the best bits and be like, oh, I'll take that bit, that's great. That person taught me this, that person's done that, that person's great. But you can't be that person. And we're not taught to feel our bodies. Feel what you want to be doing. Do what you love to do. That is how you give thanks to God. If you believe in that sort of thing. But there is no Godhead. It doesn't exist. There is no... We're way, way, way past the old man in the sky. We're long past that, pal. Like, nobody's thinking that anymore. So what is there? It's just intelligent energy. That's all it is. And you are part of it. You get to use it. It nourishes you. It animates you. Give thanks to it for the experience of being you. Don't let anybody tell you that the thing that you like is shameful. If you're not hurting anybody, it is absolutely not shameful. If you're naked in front of a bunch of guys or women, who gives a fuck? How's that anybody's business? I just think of the old Catholic biddies I grew up with. Who gives a fuck? Give a fuck. Go give a fuck about yourself. Really? I've got no qualms about putting 99% of this out. The only 1% that I would ever edit out of this creation is anything that would hurt another person. And that's the key. If you're not hurting another person, if you're not hurting yourself, if you're not hurting the environment, then fucking go wild. Do whatever you want. Do what is you, and you will be rewarded. Like, you have no idea how much you will be rewarded. It is magical how much you will be rewarded when you do that. So, yeah. Sex is not dirty. Sex is not shameful. It's not wrong. Who the fuck says it's wrong to want to have an experience with multiple people? Why is that wrong? People have been doing it for centuries and whatever. So go do that if that's what is your thing. It's not really my thing, right? Like, I'm here, I'm experiencing it, I'm interested, I'm curious, I'm a part of it. I bring my energy to it, I bring my presence to it, I bring my witness to it, I bring my creature to it, my body to it. But it's not like it's not my lifestyle. My lifestyle is curiosity, just being insatiably curious about everything, experiencing everything with the totality of myself. Because I get to, and you get to too. If you view the world as hateful and vengeful and angry and war-filled, that's how the world is. But if you view the world as a fucking playground, you get to live whatever fucking, you get to go explore whatever you want. Whatever you want. Okay, but money, I need to pay the rent. Well, if enough of us got together, we could make sure that would not even be a problem. If enough of us got together, globally, we can make sure that rent was never a problem, that every human being had shelter. Okay, that's one of the basic needs sorted. If we got together, sack our governments off. I keep doing that. Sack our governments off. You're done. Let's make sure everybody has shelter. Let's make sure everybody has the basics. But it doesn't need to be replaced with one of the shitty systems that people are bought into. Fuck communism, fuck Leninism, fuck capitalism, fuck all this fucking, fuck democracy as we have it. We have the tools and the ability to create a democracy that is truly fair, and we all fucking know it. We've got these fucking slaves making these fucking phones. Fucking might as well use the fucking phones to create some kind of democracy, not control. Just like, look guys, what is humanity? What is it? Well, that was an interesting morning. So I share when there's a sharing circle, because that's what it's fucking called, the sharing circle. Every time there's a sharing circle, if I can, if there's something alive in me, fuck it, I'll share it, why not? I'm sharing this with you. And yeah, like, there's a lot alive in me all the time, so why would I not share? And I was sharing this morning about my journey. It was actually a very vulnerable share, like the most vulnerable share I've shared. I was trying to wrap it up, but like, yeah, I got interrupted by a guy, and he was kind of like told, don't interrupt. And then I got interrupted by the facilitator, like kind of, yeah, no, I got interrupted by the facilitator. And that, like, and that was interesting. Like, I kind of like felt quite small, and I kind of just wanted to like run and hide when that happened, because I was like, oh, it's a sharing circle. And then yeah, the guy got up and shared about how he doesn't like people sharing too much. Pointed at me, basically. I went and had a conversation with that guy, and I was like, look mate, I'm going to share. He's like, well, I'm going to like you less. I was like, I give zero fucks if you like me less. There's a sharing circle, I'm going to share. And he's like, well, what about all the people who aren't sharing? I'm like, if people want to share, they'll share. It's a natural flow. He's like, well, yeah, I always get more from people who don't share much. And I'm like, that's great, I don't. So why is your experience more valid than mine? And why are you being the fucking Mother Teresa, pal, of sharing? He's like, oh, it's my... I was like, nobody employed you to do that. Nobody made you that thing. Like, it's not your duty to run around being the champion of these people who aren't sharing and shut down people who are sharing. And he was like, no, it's not my like, it's my pleasure to do it. And I'm like, yeah, but why should your pleasure be my awkwardness and pain? Ultimately, like, I was able to, through the heart, like, help him understand that this is his problem, not mine. And then I came up and said something to Rafa that was maybe like somewhat genuine. It was like, he said something about like, oh, like a tendency to teach. I didn't feel like I was, but I also thanked him for bringing that up. Like he retorted, like, he kind of like looked up and was like, maybe that wasn't specifically directed at you, but like it is something that happens a lot. Yeah, I was just trying to share about like how proud I am of myself for my journey. And I didn't get to really say that because I was shut off. They shared the safe word at ISTA. I'm not sure, we'll come to this in a second. It's really awful because it's the safe word. It was not awful, but it's just like really haha, funny. It's the exact same safe word that me and one of my ex-girlfriends had. So that made me burst into tears. Because it's like, what are the chances? But also, what are the chances that this big thing that's come up for me is like not being heard, not being seen, like feeling like what I've got to say is of no value, right? Like, because that's how I grew up. I don't want to blame people, right? We're talking, not just talking family, we're talking teachers, we're talking priests, but we're talking fucking like coaches, we're talking everybody. Everybody was always telling me to shut up, be quiet, stop causing hassle, stop asking questions, stop whatever. And maybe who I am, right? But at the same time, there's still a little boy inside me that feels like this fucking stupid world has got, like, just got no time for me. And that's difficult. That's a difficult concept to get over and to work with. But the first step is being aware of it. and for the longest time I've not been aware of it because I've been travelling by myself. So I don't put myself in situations often where I'm having, like, where I'm in a situation where I'm asking questions and that kind of stuff. Apart from like courses and classes, and most of the time it's welcome. If you're doing a workshop here and there, nobody knows you're the guy that's like always asking questions because I just want to fucking figure out stuff. But I shared something really personal yesterday, and I was like, so what can you give me an example of what I'm sharing that you're not liking or whatever? And this guy was like, no, actually I haven't listened to a single one of what you said. And I'm like, that's not very nice. It's not very compassionate. That's not very present. The demo for the next session, well, it got spicier. Certainly moving in towards closer to the sexual shamanic stuff. For me, it seemed very intimidating. It was exhausting to watch. It was exhausting to think that that's what I'm going to be doing in a couple of hours or an hour and a half. So that's tough. That part's like, oh my god, it's a big, and like it's not about any of it. It's not about being naked in front of people. It's not about like the ritual, the thing that they're doing. It's just fucking really intense stuff. I'm not put off doing it. I'm here for the experience, and it seems like a good experience to have. Anyway, that's all I've got. I'm kind of a bit depleted today. So we're going for another walk. I've got sunglasses on, and we're going for a walk in nature because we need to find an object. So we're doing a ritual. The ritual is very intense. It's loving presence, really. Nothing that we're doing here is mandatory. It's all optional, so I could choose not to do it. But I'm here for the experience. So, like I said, it's not a tantra massage. It's close, but it goes a few extra steps, and also it's about for the receiver allowing yourself to journey. And it's not about like sexual attraction to the other person, right? So that like you don't need to be physically attracted. You don't need to be like it's not about that. So what we're going to do just now is we're going to find an object in nature that we bring in, and then whoever's got similar objects or alike objects will get paired, right? So it's left up to the universe, and it is male female. Although the ISTA team said that sometimes they do it without like conditions, and sometimes they do it yeah, so like I think they just allow the universe to align, but I think they are doing like male female. I'm not sure what I want. There was a little feather there. That could be a good option. I think that's it. Let's go hunting. Oh, that's quite nice over there. There's a little orange. Let's go in. It'll be fine. Let's go get this one. This is it. That's definitely me. That's all me. Oh, yeah. Golden orange. Look, I made you some content. Daddy made you your favorite. Open wide. Here comes some content. It's a beautiful day to stay inside. If you'd have told me a year ago that I'd be stuck inside of my home, I would have told you a year ago. Interesting, now leave me alone. Sorry that I look like a mess. I booked a haircut, but it got rescheduled. Robert's been a little depressed. Oh, so getting up, getting down, going back to work. Might not help, but still it couldn't hurt. I'm sitting down, telling jokes, singing silly songs. I'm sorry I was gone, but look, I made you some content. Right, that's enough. Didn't like that exercise. Shite. They did an exercise before we started, so like we had to take the men had to take a flower and the women had to take a flower, and we matched up the flowers. And then my partner, when I opened my eyes, she was just like kind of disappointed almost, and I was like, oh, okay. It wasn't like a sexual encounter. It was very, very different than that, even with the finger up the bum. It was very, very different than that, but it wasn't like, it didn't feel good overall. Like I wasn't, in some ways I felt a little bit like I was enduring it. I think it was just like the energy you put in. Like, I'm sure, like I believe, and I know she gave me like loving touch and there was certainly, I'm sure, love there. But at the same time, I think it set a tone when you can see from somebody's face they're kind of disappointed that they got you. In a lot of ways, and this is how I feel in general when I have these days, which is frankly very rare. I'm grateful for the emotion. The emotion is a very interesting one. I don't know. Like I don't feel like it's getting more intense. I didn't feel like that exercise was any more intense than tempo last night. Like, so when it starts like in a hurtful way, you're kind of like, that stings a little. And then yeah, like, it certainly was not sexual at all in any way for me. It was almost clinical. The experience. Like I said, I was able to journey. But journey's just in some form of meditation. I'm glad tomorrow's the last day. Very glad. I'm glad I'm leaving early on the Monday as well. Like, it's not like I'm desperate to get out here, but it's like, it's an intense process. Constant. I've been through more intense processes than this. And yeah, getting like weird vibes off people. That's really difficult for me. Because I'm here for the experience. I'm not here because this particular thing is my lifestyle, right? Like, doing this type of thing is absolutely my lifestyle, but like diving deeper into these things is interesting to me, but it's also like, I don't want to be part of the ISTA vibe. That's so awkward. I realised, like, I was sitting, just so you know, the person that did the massage was sitting right over there. I didn't know it was her because A, I'm a little bit short-sighted, and B, she had her like, scarf around her head, so I really didn't realise it was her, but she was there. Well, yeah, so it's temple nights going on, and I set the intention to turn up for the games and then fuck right off, which is what I did, just because of everything. And it's a shame because it was I had a really nice connection with a girl in my wee pod there, and she's really cool. I was like, oh wow, I felt like we were really connected, like we were sitting talking for ages about psychedelics and reality, and like she's super like very, very similar to me, at least I think so. So the game was like, we all had to be temples, like gods and goddesses, and then we had to be all like stared at in wonder. So then the first round was like, people were in temple poses, or like different poses and states of undress, and doing dances and doing poses and stuff. You kind of went around and honoured the god and goddess, or honoured the divine, really. I found it really tiresome and boring. And then my group we swapped roles, and I had to be the temple, and I just sat in meditation pose. But it was really funny, like I imagined, because basically people were walking around, and then they would come, and only one person would like stop by, so they'd come round and then look at your temple or whatever you're doing. I just sat in naked meditation pose with a bit of a sarong over me, and like I saw it as like a shop, and like nobody was coming to my shop, and I'm like, I was just like, and there was a guy next to me, it was like everybody was going to his shop. His shop was great. I would have gone to his shop. He was like dangling a fucking candle from his toe and his pinky. And I'm just in meditation pose, sitting like a wee guy. Nobody wants to come to his shop. I'm tired, and I'm a bit fed up and a bit grumpy. And these things pass. I still enjoy these moments. It's weird to say that, like I'm grumpy and tired, blah blah blah, and I'm enjoying it. Yes, because I'm alive, and it's weird, and it's brilliant, and it's strange, and it's fucking, what the fuck is this? So yeah, I enjoy it. I'm here with it, just because. I don't need to fight it. I don't need to try and be happy. I can just be grumpy for a day, and that's fine. Yeah, I've not felt welcome today. That's the thing. That's been the theme of today. I just haven't felt welcome by the facilitators, by not the facilitators primarily. That's like super low down in the pecking order, but like definitely by the people. Not all the people, of course. Some people have made me feel incredibly welcome and highly valued, but I've overall felt unwelcome today. And I've chosen to feel like that. Remember, it's not like other people have made me feel unwelcome. I've taken something, sat with it in my body, and allowed myself to feel unwelcome in a place. Because it feels like it feels like that's a choice I want to make. Right, and this is the thing that people don't realise. You can make that choice. I won't feel unwelcome tomorrow, I'm sure of it, but today I feel unwelcome. When they kept ringing a bell going, are you where you need to be? And I'm like, fuck no, I want to be in fucking bed. And then they rang the bell again. Like so this is after the temple started, so we did the whole wandering around game, which is like, it's a fine game, and I don't mind being solemn at all and reverent and all that kind of stuff, because there's a time and place for that, and temple's certainly a place for that. Honestly, I'd just rather be curled up in my bed, listen to an audiobook. So that's what I'm going to do, because you have free choice in this world, and I don't feel like I want to be sexy with somebody tonight. Dinner was nice. No, it was horrible actually. Dinner was horrible. Absolutely horrible. It was like fucking bland couscous. So I mixed it with a brownie and had brownie couscous, and it was actually fucking awesome. That's weird, Andy. Just do what you fucking want. Shut up. Leave me alone. I do what I want. If I want to mix my dessert with my fucking main, chuck it all in there and eat it, it'll be fucking awesome. That's what I'll do. And that's what I did. I don't have anything emotional, like, other than just being a bit, like, yeah, like I said, feeling unwelcome. However, I know that I could change my reality and like change my night, change the direction of this, and go have a dance, go have a play, go have a cuddle with somebody, and it'll be wonderful for them because I'm fucking brilliant, but not for me because I just don't have the capacity for it tonight. Oh, and it's a shame because there's a really nice woman that we really had a nice, not the girl that I was talking to, but we did these sharing things, and like we did lots of dancing. She's quite flirty, and like I find her quite attractive, and like, but like when we did the temple, we were like trying not to laugh at each other and stuff. It was quite nice that we did the temple. I came solemnly and did my thing, but like it was nice to be like, and like I knew that there was a few people tonight that I would have liked to have just had a connection with, but I just don't have it in me. Anyway, I love you. I'm done. Oh my god, I just fucking stood on a stinging nettle. That's gonna be horrible. Somebody sits down and is like, not the fucking Scottish guy. The fuck? Have you seen us dancing? Andy, why are you running about like a mental case? Oh, I don't feel welcome. I keep just having these experiences where I'm like, what the fuck?